Teenage girls are going missing and there's only one way to find them. Send a police officer in their mid-30s into a high school to pose as a student.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I can't pronounce this word, but also known as this, Teen Fight Club, this, and Drawn Into the Night, this is this. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
So I recently watched a film called Drawn Into the Night, which had a 2022 release date. I thought something was up when all the kids in it had flip phones. Apparently that's because Drawn Into the Night is just this movie, made 12 years earlier and retitled.
Very odd.
I've tried to find out why, but I can't. If you can explain this, let me know in the comments. Thanks. We start with 3 girls in cheerleader outfits running through the woods. Cut to Maggie. She's a police officer who's just dumped her boyfriend Tommy. Everyone at the station is asking about it because Tommy is the most popular cop in narcotics.
Okay.
She's talking to this woman about it and then they get a call.
Everybody in the briefing room.
Oh no, not the briefing room. I suppose that means some sort of crime has been committed and we're going to have to do some work. The guy giving the briefing is unnecessarily aggressive for no reason whatsoever.
I bet if I showed you my ass, it'd take you a week to figure out what color it is.
What? I'll take that bet. What a stupid thing to say. He's like, we've got 3 girls missing. They were all from the Belmont High cheerleading team. 3 other girls went missing earlier this year too, and the mayor is putting pressure on the police to solve the case. So he's going to send one of these detectives undercover into Belmont High School to pose as a senior.
Maggie, get in, fit in, get the scoop.
So Maggie will start school tomorrow under the name Kate Johnson. Maggie used to be a field hockey player, so she'll be joining the school team. I suppose if you're going to throw a 30-year-old into high school, the best way for them to go unnoticed is to compete in sports against the children. Anyway, Kate's turned up at school in the sort of car you'd expect a 17-year-old to drive.
Right.
At the school, there are flyers being handed out to all the cool kids for this party. These 4 are definitely going.
Ooh, this is gonna rock, you guys.
From left to right, Tina, Lauren, Brooke, Brittany. And here's their teacher, Mr. Reed. You may recognize him as Todd from Sweet Valley High.
Sweet Valley High.
He tells Tina she's doing really well at school, but suggests Brittany works harder. She's like, I think I've got what it takes to do well in the real world, Mr. Reed.
All right.
These 4 seem pretty taken with Mr. Reed.
He is so hot. I would totally sit on his face.
Every time he looks at me, I get so wet.
Oh, no, you didn't, Brittany.
By now, you've probably got a good idea of what you can expect from this film.
Yes.
Brittany then spots Undercover Kate. She's like, ugh, a new girl. So Brittany seems nice. She's pretty vile to the janitor too.
My bad.
Spoiled bitch.
The girls then get changed for hockey practice, still talking about how hot Mr. Reed is, and leave their flyers on this bench. While they're playing hockey, the janitor swaps the flyers with ones that he's made. Undercover Kate is so good at hockey and Brittany's really angry about it.
Go, go, go! Here you go. Why are you cheering for her? Brooke, over here! You're gonna knock her to the bleachers. Okay, got it.
So the game restarts and Brooke does as instructed. Undercover Kate then seems to forget she's a police officer and assaults a child.
Good.
Brooke, take a lap around the field.
It was an accident.
Yeah, there's no way that can pass as an accident.
You're absolutely right.
After practice, the girls are all talking about how none of them can drive to the party tonight, so Brooke suggests Undercover Kate, despite what's happened moments earlier.
Well, that makes sense.
Kate agrees to go. She's fine to drive too, as she doesn't drink anyway. It's decided that she'll go to Lauren's place first, as her mum and boyfriend usually go to the bar early. That doesn't sound good. After school, Undercover Kate's ex Tommy is waiting for her in the school parking lot. Tommy, who's also a police officer and knows she's undercover, doesn't seem to have an issue with this. Luckily, the girls just think Kate has a stalker.
Oh, I see.
They're also distracted because Tina has spotted Randy, the hot sophomore with his friends.
Ew, gross. He has a total speech problem or something.
Yeah, poor Randy has a stammer, but Tina makes it clear she's not interested in talking anyway.
What a slut.
Look at these kids. Sophomores are 15 or 16 years old. There's no way these people are 16. One of them is totally bald. Anyway.
Would you mind giving me a ride to work?
No problem.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Do you want one?
I bet you do.
So they drive off, park the car, and then they bang. Seconds later...
Oh dear.
Did you just come?
Was I awesome?
No.
Then we see Tina getting changed while Randy pretends not to watch in his wing mirror. Cut to Lauren's house where her brother Tyler and his friend Bobby are playing video games. Clearly, these actors have never played a video game before in their life because nobody does this. They seem pretty impressed with Kate, as does Lauren's mum's boyfriend Jimmy.
Wow. Who's this?
This is Kate.
Lauren? I've never met this girl before.
He's a creep.
Lauren's mum comes out and tells Jimmy to stop flirting with her daughter's friend. I can't believe Lauren's mum is allowing all this to happen in front of her kids and their friends, but whatever.
It's totally inappropriate.
Over at Brittany's house, things are very different. Her parents are really rich, so they sit by the log fire with classical music on while reading. Kate and Lauren then arrive to pick Brittany and Brooke up, and Brittany insists on sitting in the front.
Out. I need to sit in front. Do you want me to puke on you?
Bitch.
Back at Lauren's house, Tyler and Bobby have managed to get hold of Lauren's flyer, so they're off to the rave too. The girls stop at a liquor store where they're sexually harassed by this guy in a Davy Crockett hat, while his friend jumps into Kate's car and hides in the back. As they leave, the shop worker makes a phone call.
They're on their way.
So after following the directions on the flyer, they end up in the middle of nowhere. Brooke needs to piss, so goes off to the woods and falls over. The others think they hear a scream and someone's let Kate's tyres down. So Kate tells Lauren and Brittany to wait in the car while she goes to look for Brooke. She tries to call her ex Tommy, but he can't hear her. Kate finds Brooke hanging off this ledge and goes to help her, but...
Oh my god!
Cut to Tina and Randy, who just so happen to be at the same gas station as Tommy. Tina recognises him as Kate's stalker from the parking lot, so approaches him.
You were that guy that was harassing Kate in the parking lot.
You seen her?
You're the stalker. Why would I tell you?
Tommy's like, I'm not a stalker, I'm one of Kate's friends and I can't find her. Tina's like, if you want my help, buy me a bottle of tequila. He's like, yeah, alright. Back at Kate's car, the guy from the liquor store jumps out of the boot. Lauren manages to get away, but Brittany gets tasered and dragged off. Well, Lauren doesn't get far. Oh look, it was the school janitor. Cut to this barn where all the missing girls are being kept in cages and watched by the guy in the Davy Crockett hat. His name's Ray. Then the janitor and the guy from the car come in with Brittany and Lauren. Kate and Brooke are already there and they get stuffed into cages too. Tyler and Bobby are on their way though. Maybe they'll be able to help.
You don't really believe that, do you, man?
When they get there, they hear a scream. Bobby thinks it's someone doing it in the woods, so goes to check it out. The kidnappers have seen Bobby and Tyler approaching, so they've tied one of the cheerleaders to a tree, probably assuming Bobby will attempt to rescue her.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently not. He sees this as an opportunity to start touching her.
What a cunt.
Tyler has followed Bobby and sees what's happened, so he runs away, but the car boot man follows him. Tommy, Tina and Randy have arrived at the actual rave because they follow the directions on Randy's flyer. Tina asks around, but nobody's seen Kate or any of her friends.
Why would he need to look for your friends when he has both of us?
Listen, you little bitch.
Isn't your mom my maid?
Then there's this fight. That was totally pointless and Tommy drags Tina away. Apparently this sort of thing happens all the time.
God, when did high school become so brutal?
Oh yeah, Lauren got out of her cage earlier and she's managed to get to the road. Thank God this limo with loads of old businessmen is in it to pick her up.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh no, that hasn't worked out well, has it? Just when she thought this journey couldn't get any worse, the car smashes into her brother Tyler. They shove him in the trunk and drive off. Back at the real rave, Tommy has worked out that the directions on the flyer Tina has are different from the ones on Randy's. So Tommy and Randy follow the other directions and leave Tina there to get drunk and fight. Tyler and Lauren have been taken back to the barn and Kate is taken somewhere else with a bag over her head. Oh look, she's been put in a ring and forced to fight in this arena in front of about 100 middle-aged men and women, none of whom seem to have an issue with this. Anyway, Kate doesn't want to kill her opponent, but she's forced to, and now she's the new champion. So they bring out a new challenger. While I'm sure we're supposed to be thinking, oh no, they've made Brittany out to be such a cunt, I just want her dead. Sadly, Kate gets Brittany to pretend she's been choked out. Meanwhile, Tyner has woken up in the barn and has managed to set a load of the girls free. Tommy and Randy have arrived too. Some of the girls managed to get to their car. Tommy tells the girl to stay in the car while he and Randy go and look for the others. Back at the arena, Kate attacks the janitor. The crowd seem to love it. But this guy, who we'll call Mr. Big, isn't too happy. Tommy and Randy have got to the arena and Mr. Big is packing up all his money and making his escape. But first he's going to call in on Brittany. I wonder who this could be. Okay, it's Mr. Reed, the science teacher. But why? Well, we'll find out after Tommy kills the janitor and Brooke batters Ray Ray with a baseball bat. Somehow we've ended up with Mr. Reed driving off with Tommy's gun, Kate in the front seat and Brittany in the trunk.
You're a teacher. You taught these kids at school.
For $35,000 a year.
Oh, fuck off, Mr. Reed. You get to finish work at 3 p.m. and get 3 months holiday a year. You absolute prick. You entitled knob. He's like, you and your boyfriend have ruined everything for me, Kate. Now I'm going to have to start doing this in a new area after I've killed you. But Kate grabs the taser and Mr. Reed passes out. Kate manages to jump out of the car before it goes into this lake. But Brittany is still in the trunk.
Oh no!
Tommy goes in to try and save her, but he can't find the car. At an unspecified time later, we find out that Kate and Tommy are together again. But when she gets home from one of their dates and gets in the bath, Mr. Reed is there watching. And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and check out this other video. Thank you.